Hi, and welcome to English Linguistics 315 Introduction to English Linguistics. My name is Dr. Maithili Menon, and I am going to be your instructor for this class this semester. So I wanted to make a video walking you through the syllabus for this class, but also kind of showing you the layout of the Blackboard content for this class, because this class is asynchronous, and I wanted to help you out a little bit to kind of orient you with the class. So as you can see, this is how the Blackboard looks like from my end. You will see announcements that are made underneath the announcements, and you will also be getting emails about this every time I post a new announcement. So please make sure that you follow along with the class, especially when you have a new announcement. You ought to have a new announcement every time I post new content or I have something to communicate with you. The class is going to be organized, so everything that you need is going to be organized right here on the left-hand side. So you have course information, you have course documents, and underneath here you have the announcements and start here. So I would highly recommend you to start here for this class. These are the table of contents and start here. And if you get started, you can see right, you have information about me, my office hours right there, and you have the course syllabus, the course schedule, an online plan, because like I mentioned in my online plan, we are still in the middle of a pandemic. So I wanted to lay out there what my expectations for this class are. And then you also have some netiquette stuff, some technicalities, required technologies, and then you start going into the weekly activities for this class, which is right here. So as you can see, you have the week one material already up. And when you go in there, you will see the week overview, and then you will see all the things that you have to watch, you have to read, and complete for that week. As you can see, in the first week, you do not have to complete anything. You just have to watch and you just have to read in the first week. So with that, what I want to do is I want to share the syllabus, and I want to walk you through the syllabus. So I hope you can see my syllabus right here. This is what has been uploaded on Blackboard. This is the online Spring 2021 version of English Linguistics 315. To get out all the information that you would need firsthand, I am an assistant professor of English and Linguistics in the Department of English. My office is located in Lindquist Hall on the 6th floor, but I am not going to be having in-person office hours this semester. I will be available on Zoom. My office hours are scheduled for Wednesday between 10 to 11 a.m. But I'm also happy to make an appointment with you over Zoom if that time is not convenient for you. My email address is my first name dot last name at wichita.edu. This is the most convenient way to reach me, to send me an email, and I will respond within 24 hours of you sending me that email. Now, I want to walk you through the syllabus, and a lot of these things might be repetitive from other classes, so I really want to get to the important parts of this. So let's start with the course description. The main goal of this class is to introduce to you the basic concepts of linguistics. And so we will talk about linguistic principles, we will talk about grammatical concepts and phonological concepts and syntactic concepts and semantic concepts that are used in modern linguistics. And again, many of you might be coming with no idea about what linguistics is about, which is great because, I'm not expecting you to have an idea. So you will really learn how to analyze language, what do we mean by linguistics, and how we can use this to examine linguistic phenomena, not just in English, but in other languages. But in this course, we will be talking about data from English, but most of what I say for English can be extended to other languages as well. The measurable student learning outcomes are given below. There are 4 of them. The first one is to be familiar with the types of representational units that we use in linguistics. This is what I mean by the International Phonetic Alphabet, IPA, which we will be getting into in weeks 2 and 3. And IPA is a great way to represent any language, not just English. Once you know IPA, so much of pronunciation quirks in language and spelling quirks in language will make sense to you. Be able to formulate rules to describe the patterns of speech sounds, morphemes, and words in English and across other languages. So one idea of linguistics is that we are uncovering hidden patterns of language and language formation in the brain and the cognition. So much of what we understand about language is rule driven, and that's the kind of unconscious or subconscious rules that we are going to be looking at. We are going to understand the predictions generated by these rules and determine what data is necessary to test these predictions. And we'll also be able to assess the relative merits of different analyses of linguistic data and explain the associated reasoning. You have a required textbook for this class, and there are hard copies in the university bookstore, but you can also rent the book through Amazon. You don't have to pay the exorbitant amount to get a hard copy of the book. You can always rent it. You can try to get it from maybe a senior of yours in the same program if they've taken this class before, or there are many accessible formats of this textbook also available. I highly recommend looking at the Vital Source accessible format if you want an e-copy of the book. But this is the textbook that we are going to be using in this class, and I will be giving you readings from the textbook to do, and you will also need this to do your pop quizzes every week. There might be other readings, and if there are other readings, I will put them up on Blackboard, and I will make an announcement when I do that. This is an online class, so I expect all of you to have access to a laptop or a PC computer. And then if you don't have access to a computer or a laptop, please let me know because that is required to succeed in this class. You also need to have basic, technology kind of skills. So whether you have access to Microsoft Word to do your assignments, to type things up, etc. If you don't have all that, you can request access for students, and I've given you instructions on how to do that. So since this is an online asynchronous class, I'm not going to be meeting you in person at a particular time every week. So what do I mean by participation is basically when I post such things, I expect you to at least log in 3 times during the week to watch my videos, to watch the lectures, make notes as you go along, watch any other extra material that I might have posted that week, read the readings that you're supposed to do that week, and do the assignments and pop quizzes. So that is what I mean by participation. From time to time, there might also be discussions that you need to participate in the discussion board. And I will, again, make an announcement of that when I put up a post for discussion. So here's a contact policy. Whenever you contact me, please use the course name and the subject line of the email because I do teach multiple classes. So I need to know which class you belong to in order to help you out better. Remember to always sign your name and please email me from your WSU email address because if you use your personal email address to send me an email, that might go to my spam folder. And also use appropriate openings, so dear professor or dear Dr. Menon, and have sign your name at the end of the message. If you need technology support, please do not contact me because I do not have the skill sets to help you out with your technology problems, but there is a dedicated office in Wichita State to do that. And this is the One Stop. And I've given you the phone number and I've also given you their website. So you should contact them if you have troubles with technology. And if you have troubles with accessing material online or having trouble submitting an assignment online, just let me know and we will work with your problem. You can also, submit it directly to me just so that you don't lose points for a late submission. I will respond within 24 hours of you sending me an email. So you can either send me an email, you can use the feature within Blackboard to send me an email, or you can directly go to your email client and send me an email. And my feedback on assignments will also be given the week after the assignment is due. So if your assignments are usually due on Sundays before midnight. So the week following that is when I will give you feedback on your assignments. This is my grading scale. As you can see, 93 and above is A, and then I have A minus, B plus B, etc., all the way down until 50, and anything below 50 is a fail. Now, one thing that I do regularly is I upload your grades every single week as and when I grade them. So if I graded your assignment, your grade goes on Blackboard, and there's a weighted total that you can see throughout the semester that is going to tell you where you stand in the semester, where you stand in this class. So please monitor your grades continuously. It's really, really important for you to not be left behind in this class. And so if you feel like you're falling behind, if you feel like your grade is not where it should be, then you should come to my office hours and you should come and talk to me about it. Now, I want to start with a caveat that, many people think that, oh, this is going to be like a regular English class, and it's not going to be like a regular English class. You're not going to be doing a lot of readings. You're not going to be doing response papers or, write a lot, if you will. This class is more like a math class. We're going to treat language like an object that needs to be studied. And so we are going to be using tools from mathematics. We are going to be using tools from logic and set theory to help us get there. So in very often people, students that I've taught before in the last 4 years that I've been teaching this class, they tell me that it's a very different kind of way of thinking. And so I wanted to warn you, it's not by any means going to be, I will be hand-holding you throughout the semester. So I will be giving you ample resources, but I just want you to have an open approach to understanding the concepts in the class, because having that, I think, is really going to be important in your success in this class. So you have 40% of your grade coming from your assignments. There are 8 of them for each of the modules, and each of them is worth 5% of your final grade. You will get about 1 week to complete the assignment. So you will submit the assignment on Sundays before midnight. And I have a late assignment policy, which I will come to in a minute. 10% of your grade comes from pop quizzes, and these are open book. So you can, use your notes, you can use your textbook to complete these pop quizzes. And you also have 2 exams, and these are weighed at 25% each. And these are open book exams because this is an online class, and it's a timed exam, and you will get 2 hours each to do it. And I do not use any kind of proctoring system. I don't think it is ethical to use any kind of proctoring system. So that's why this is open book. And they have been scheduled for week 9 and week 15, and they're non-cumulative. So week 9 is midterm, and then week 15 is your finals week. And I will open up the midterm for the entire week with a submission date of that Sunday, and then the finals week again, you will submit it on the Thursday because that's when the finals week ends. So there might be extra credit, especially if we have a talk in the Language and Linguistic Colloquium series that I co-organize with Department of MCLL, or there are some research experiments in my research lab, and I will let you know as the opportunity arises. This is my policy on late submission. You can take up to 3 late submissions in a semester. So out of 8 assignments, you can do 3 of them late. You just have to let me know that you're going to do it late. So if it is due the Sunday of this week, you will then submit the late assignment the Sunday of the next week. But you should let me know that you are going to take a late on it. You're allowed to do it only 3 times. I have very exciting news in that there's a brand new linguistics major. It's an applied linguistics major. It just got approved last month, December 2020, by KBOR, and I'm the director of the program. So if you're interested in pursuing linguistics or doing a double major, or if you're undecided and you're looking for a new major, the applied linguistics major is up for offer. We have started enrolling students in it. So I'm very happy to walk you through the syllabus. I'm happy to answer questions if you have any. But you also can minor in linguistics, and that's also a great option. There are 15 credits is needed to take a minor in linguistics. So again, I am the director of both the major and the minor, and I will be happy to answer any questions that you may have. All right, so let's get into the schedule itself. So the way that I have organized the schedule is like this. You have the week, you have the date for the week, watch, what you have to watch, what you have to complete, and then what you have to read. So this is, I've also just taken this portion of the syllabus and made that into a schedule that I've uploaded on Blackboard. So please print that out. Please download a copy of it. Please enter the important dates into your calendar. It's very important to stay on top of things when it's a completely asynchronous online class. And I've kind of planned the entire semester for you ahead so that you don't have to worry about figuring out when an assignment is due, etc. So as you can see, in the first week, you only have things to watch and read. There's nothing to complete. The first thing that you have to complete is your pop quiz 1 that comes in week 2, and then your first assignment is due on February 21st, Sunday, and that's your assignment on phonetics. So as you can see, I have charted out everything. Week 9, like I said, is midterm week, and then when we get into finals week, that's May 10th to 14th. So please take a look at this. Please mark the important dates in your calendar so that you can stay on top of completing all the requirements for this class and that you don't fall behind. Lastly, I have a help me, I'm confused section here. It's very easy if you don't watch, one of the videos that you're supposed to watch 1 week, that you're not going to understand the concepts and the videos that you're supposed to watch the next week after that. So this class builds on top of each of the weeks, so it's very important that you stay on track. But it's also very important that you ask me if you are confused about something, you need help with something, please come to my office hours. They're on Wednesdays between 10 to 11. These are office hours that I've dedicated myself to answer questions that you may have, either about course content or logistics of the class or anything really that I can help you with. So please do come to that. This is dedicated time that I have given for you. I will be on Zoom that entire 1 hour waiting for you to show up so that I can answer your questions. But I can also answer pretty much basic questions over email. So that's also one of the easiest ways you can actually reach me. So that is all that I had to say about the syllabus. Again, we are still in a pandemic, so please do read my online plan as well, because I don't want you to get stressed out. I know that people have a very strong preference to learn linguistics face-to-face. The last 4 or 5 years that I've taught linguistics, that's what I've been finding, that students really like this class face-to-face, and it is not the easiest class to teach online, but I'm gonna try to make it as seamless as possible for you. So please do read the syllabus, get all the dates into your calendar, and read the online plan, as well as keep a copy of the schedule with you. I look forward to starting the new semester with you. All the best.